Print on demand sells itself as the cleanest passive income there is. You upload a design, a platform prints and ships the shirt when someone buys it, and the royalty lands in your account while you sleep. No inventory, no risk, no upfront cost. So the obvious question is whether that machine can actually replace a salary. Not earn a few dollars on the side, but pay rent every month, year after year. We ran the numbers on going full-time. First, define the target because the marketing keeps it deliberately vague. Full-time print on demand doesn't mean a viral shirt or one good month. It means clearing a normal salary. Call it $40,000 to $50,000 in profit, net of fees, repeating reliably. Now the structural fact the whole question turns on. Print on demand is not one business, it is a thin margin retail business wearing a passive income costume. Every sale is a tiny transaction where the platform takes the production cost first, the marketplace fee second, and leaves you a sliver. The model only works on volume, thousands upon thousands of individual sales, and that volume has to come from designs competing in the single most crowded product category on the internet. So the audit splits in two. How thin is each sale really? And how many can one person actually generate? Start with a single shirt because the per item math is where the dream meets the spreadsheet. Take merch by Amazon, the largest on ramp. A standard tee costs Amazon roughly $9.77 to produce and fulfill. Listed at the popular $15.99, and after the base cost and Amazon's 15% referral fee, your royalty is about $2.20. Push the price to $19.99 and the royalty rises to around $4.60. But every dollar you add makes the shirt harder to sell against 50,000 cheaper competitors. Go the other route. Printful or Printify into your own Etsy store, and the squeeze just moves around. A Bella and Canvas blank runs about $11.50, and Etsy then takes a 20-cent listing fee, a 6.5% transaction fee, and roughly 3% plus a quarter to process payment. Price that shirt at $25, and you keep something like $4 to $6. Across the industry, the average seller's profit margin lands near 20%. That is the real product. Not a shirt, but a $2 to $5 coupon you have to earn one sale at a time. Now turn that sliver into a salary, and the scale of the problem appears. Suppose you net $3 in profit per item, a fair blended figure across shirts, mugs, and the occasional hoodie. To clear $45,000 in a year, you need to sell 15,000 items. That is a little over 40 individual sales every single day, with no holiday and no off-season. Net $5 an item on a richer mix, and you still need 9,000 sales a year, roughly 25 a day forever. And remember, these are not orders you take. They are orders strangers place after finding your design against tens of thousands of near-identical shirts. The passive income framing quietly skips this step. It shows you the royalty from one sale and lets you imagine it repeating effortlessly. The honest version is a retail storefront that has to ring up dozens of transactions a day to pay one person's salary. So where do 40 sales a day come from? This is where the second wall stands. Print-on-demand apparel is the most saturated product category on the open internet, and it isn't close. Search the word t-shirt on Amazon and you get over 50,000 results. There are an estimated 228,000 active print-on-demand stores running right now, and the most popular niches, funny tees, motivational quotes, dog mom designs, are precisely the ones most new sellers pick, which is exactly why those designs are invisible. Saturation here doesn't mean prices fall. It means visibility falls. Your design isn't competing on quality against a few rivals. It is one listing buried on page 40 of a search nobody scrolls. And the survival data reflects it. Only about 24% of print-on-demand stores are still operating 3 years after they launch. 3 out of 4 are gone. Not because the product was bad, but because the math of getting found never closed. Amazon adds one more obstacle that almost nobody mentions until they hit it, the tier gate. A new Merch by Amazon account doesn't get to upload as many designs as it wants. It starts at the 10 tier. 10 design slots, total. To unlock the 25 tier, you have to make roughly 10 sales. To reach the 100 tier, around 25 sales. Then 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, and up. The system is deliberately self-limiting. You cannot brute force the volume problem with upload count early on, because the platform throttles your inventory until you've already proven you can sell. That creates a brutal chicken and egg loop. You need designs to make sales, but you need sales to unlock designs. Most accounts stall at the bottom rungs. A handful of slots, a handful of sales, and a dashboard quietly telling them the volume required for full time is structurally out of reach from where they stand. Here is the pattern that ties the economics and the saturation together. And it is the single most important fact in the whole business. Sales do not spread evenly across your designs. They follow an extreme long tail. The overwhelming majority of designs an active seller uploads sell almost nothing. A few times a year or never. A small handful sell once a month, and a tiny fraction, the winners, carry essentially the entire income. This is why the sellers who reach full-time talk obsessively about volume of designs, not perfection. They aren't crafting one beautiful shirt. They're uploading hundreds or thousands of tightly targeted designs into narrow niches, each a cheap lottery ticket, knowing most will flop and a few will pay for all of them. The model only works as a portfolio of attempts. One design is a coin flip. 1,000 disciplined, well-researched designs is a business, and that is the work the passive income pitch never shows you. So, can you really make a full-time income from print on demand? The honest answer is yes, but for a small minority, and almost never the way it's sold. Roughly 70% of print on demand sellers run it as a part-time or hobby income. Only about 30% are full-time, and around 20% earn more than $50,000 a year. Those people exist, and they are not luckier than everyone else. They do different work. They treat it as a high-volume retail operation, hundreds of research designs, narrow niches no one has crowded, ruthless tracking of which listings convert, and a willingness to upload through months of near zero before a winner emerges. The masses upload 10 clever shirts and wait for passive income that never arrives. So the single sharpest filter is this question: are you trying to make a great design or run a design factory? Print on demand pays the people who answer factory, and quietly ignores everyone hoping a few good ideas will carry them.